Hey guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the notifications if you want to see more videos and walkthroughs from the EHG community. Thank you very much. What is up everybody? It's Nikko from the EHG community coming back to you with another EHG podcast episode. This time we're going to be talking about a different gaming topic, and today's gaming topic we're going to be talking about is patience. So people are going to be wondering, oh, what the hell does patience have to do with gaming? So let me just go ahead and put that out there a little bit. So before anything, we'll be going to this whole entire topic. First of all, if you have not seen any of my other episodes of the EHG podcast, by all means, go ahead, go into the channel, make sure to like them, make sure to also subscribe and everything, make sure to turn on your notifications. And with that, definitely go ahead and take a listen to some of the actual podcasts that I put out, the other episodes. And as I said, these are all just straight up opinions. These are not factual. I would like to know what everybody else thinks. So that's just my major idea. So why patience is a major importance into gaming, it comes into the idea of a new game coming out and the fact that people have to wait a certain time for when it's done and for when, like, you know, it comes out with a release date. So for instance, I think a lot of people have been very upset as of recently with things such as, you know, Overwatch 2 being, you know, delayed again. And, you know, I believe it was also Diablo 4 in the process. And a lot of games are being delayed from Blizzard because of the fact of the situation that Blizzard is in. Blizzard has went through a major situation and have also changed their CEOs. So they have to go ahead and make up for all the bullshit that has happened with it. Now, a lot of people are upset at that and say that, oh, you know, like, this is going to be another problem. Why do we have to wait so long? Why don't we have so much information on it? This is where patience has been taught. And this is where patience, as, you know, children, we have been taught to wait. Or we haven't been taught to wait for something, or, you know, even when somebody's talking, wait till somebody's done, or raise your hand. That's where patience comes into this factor. Now, let's say I am making a video game, and it goes to a point where, you know, I have put out a trailer, or like a type of idea of where the game is going to be made, or how it's going to be made. Give a little sneak peek of the gameplay. And with that, I would say, oh, coming in 2022, and then I haven't come with any type of other information with it. Let's say, for instance, I need to delay it. Okay, but hey guys, it's coming not in 2022, but probably 2023 or probably late 2022 during the holidays. Nowadays, when that happens, gamers get really off the fucking chain, and I don't even understand why. They're like, oh, you know what now, it's not gonna be worth it, blah blah blah. Like, come on guys, like, seriously, why is it not worth it? Because of the fact that, oh, you know, we're telling people, hey, we're gonna go ahead and delay it to make sure it's a good game. Some people thinking that just because it's a delay, you know, it's gonna be another Cyberpunk 2077. That does not mean it's gonna be another Cyberpunk 2077. Come on guys, that's not gonna happen. People are like, oh, it's been in development for 7 years. Oh, you know, the hype is dead. No, it's not. Like, Dead Island 2 has been delayed multiple times and put on a pause. I can't wait for that game to come out still. Jeez, I'm waiting for that game to come out still. I really want that game to come out. I still play Dead Island. I still play Riptide. And, you know, it's damn worth it in my opinion. But, you know, the problem is, like, people just get upset. It's like, oh, you know what, now it's going to be delayed. Now it's going to be another Cyberpunk. No, that does not mean it's going to be another Cyberpunk. It comes around to a point that people are acting like children. And then it's like, oh, I have the right to complain about the time for it to come out, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, you don't. It would be worse if it came out early and it wasn't done. People would shit on the game too. This is where the idea of where you can never satisfy an actual consumer. And it goes to a point, it goes like I don't understand where even in delays or where something happens, people start going to the major extent of doing things like threatening people or even sending threats to devs and stuff like that, like that's something that boggles my mind, and I don't understand of that. Now, a lot of people says that does kill the hype. Sometimes it does. It does. But this is also a situation where people go to nitpicking. Now, Metroid Prime 4 was canceled to a point where they had to give it to another company, and they started it all over. So now we have to wait a little bit longer for Metroid Prime 4, which is understandable. People were upset when certain games were delayed. Why is it the fact that if Ragnarok is being delayed, which they even stated that it would be delayed, or if a game's taking long enough to be made, why is it the fact that, people are getting upset? Like the whole thing with Grand Theft Auto 6, people were like, oh, where's the info for Grand Theft Auto 6? Why are they milking out Grand Theft Auto 5? Because it's still a profit that makes money. It's still something that makes money. It goes to a point where if the profit is not bad, there was no reason on why you should not go ahead and continue making the profit. And it's like, it makes me wonder. It's like, if I may say, it makes me wonder on why people are so nitpicky with being patient. They will shit on Rockstar, but they won't go ahead and get on, the guys who make Metroid Prime 4. Oh, where's the information? Where's all of that? Where's the info on Metroid Prime 4? Why don't we get info on Metroid Prime 4? But they will go ahead and go on Rockstar about that. I bet you $5. And this is $5 that I would most likely win. If they constantly made different versions of things like The Witcher 3, people will constantly buy it, which is embarrassing. If they make multiple copies of Skyrim, which they're making another edition, and they're just adding one factor of fishing, which is kind of ridiculous. Why is fishing one major aspect that is there? I personally don't get it. I don't understand it. In my opinion, that's kind of ridiculous. I don't understand why that is a factor that is majorly important. Now, Skyrim all of a sudden has fishing where something like that should have been there at the beginning. It's like how Fallout 76 should have had fucking NPCs from the beginning. Like, why? Why? Those are excuses, but then at one point, people will put money into that, but then get mad at people like Rockstar. I don't understand that. I really don't. I think it goes to a point where it's like, as I said, it's just the idea of a consumer being nitpicky. And here's another thing that I hear, especially on Facebook groups and everything. People are upset, like, oh, why did you put out trailers? Why do you put out teasers? Oh, that's something that's in regards to, like false advertising. No, it's not. It definitely is not. It isn't. Like, geez, like, it gets to a point where that sounds so fucking stupid. It's a trailer for a reason. It's a teaser for a reason. It builds hype. That's the point of that. If that was the case, then every movie would be in trouble of like whatever I said. Like, I completely lost my mind on that one. Of false advertising. Excuse me. Every movie would be in trouble with false advertising. Every show that does a trailer or anything of a teaser of an episode that's false advertising. Same thing of like, any video game. But that's not false advertising. Guess what, guys? It's not. That's how it is. That's how it is. It builds hype. It's been doing this since the beginning of time. Commercials build up teasers, build up hype. And just because you don't think it lives up to the hype or the teaser, that does not mean it's false advertising. Like, for instance, I've been hearing about The Witcher. I think The Witcher is by far the most overrated fucking game in history. This game is boring. This game is not fun. The story is completely dull to me. And it's also the same thing with Dark Souls. Boring, I don't find it fun, even though it's really hard of a game. I understand that it's hard of a game. The freaking artwork, in my opinion, is absolutely fucking ugly. I think it's ugly. The character designs are ugly. But that doesn't mean my opinion is going to go ahead and put out the idea of, oh, you know what? This is false advertising, or this is not worth people to buy. Because guess what? People have different opinions on certain things. People have different opinions on certain games. That's just how it is. Like, for instance, people are saying, like, Kingdom Hearts 3 was all hype and didn't provide much compared to the other games. I highly disagree. I think Kingdom Hearts 3 is better than the first one, but not as good as 2. That's what it is. I think people just get massively upset on certain things. Like, people say, oh, you know what? Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shiny Pearl are not worth getting because it didn't live up to the hype because of how it looks. That's an opinion. That's all opinionated. People just get to a point where it gets real nitpicky. And with that, you know, it goes to the point of, like, you know, patience. People are like, oh, you know what? Now it's delayed for another year. You know what? I'm not even going to bother getting that game. I'm not going to bother pre-ordering it. Like, what type of middle child impatient bullshit is that? That's like going to a convenience store, and you know what? Don't even get upset if I say that middle child stuff. I'm a middle child myself, and trust me, I could be impatient. That's some middle child impatient ass bullshit, and I'll tell you why. Let's say you go to a convenience store, right? You have people waiting in line. You have people waiting in line and everything, and you're waiting in line for them. Everybody's waiting. Everybody's being patient. People are trying to get you down the line to go ahead and ring you out the cash register. And you know what? They're trying to do it as fast as they can. Sometimes you have to wait a little bit because maybe the cash register messes up. Or you need to get your manager. He will get upset. He's like, oh, you know what? I know everybody's online, but I need some help. Here's some money for gas. Put it on gas. No. Wait on fucking line just like everyone else. Like, you are not so fucking important to a point where I could just let you cut in front to a point where, hey, you know, I can go ahead and just have these people wait. I'll take you really quick. No, stop being impatient. Be fucking patient. Wait your fucking turn. That's the same thing with games. Some people are willing to wait because they want it to be good. Right? Some people are willing for that. But others are like, oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna go ahead and stop my pre-order because it's taking too damn long. That is so fucking childish. If you're gonna be like that for any game or any product, you should not have anything in the fucking world. Because in time, things require patience. Everything requires patience. Getting into the school that you want to go to requires patience. Getting out of high school requires patience. You have to do 4 years of the fucking thing. You know, trying to get into a relationship, trying to go ahead and be with someone requires patience. Dealing with their bullshit requires patience. Children requires patience. And also, teaching children patience requires patience. Teaching children requires a major amount of patience. It gets too ridiculous. Waiting for your wife to get out of surgery requires patience. Stuff like that requires patience. Waiting to get on the fucking line or waiting to like get on the freaking Space Mountain ride in freaking Disney's Magic Kingdom requires patience. Making a reservation for a restaurant, especially where you have to go ahead and wait a certain amount of time. You get there at 6 o'clock. Oh, we have a reservation for 7:25. Can you do 7:25? That requires patience. Waiting for your food to get out to be done and cooked and served to you at a restaurant requires patience. Every aspect in life requires patience. If you cannot do that, especially when it comes to a video game, there is no reason for you to have anything in this world, or for you to set goals, or there's no reason for you to even buy a product, because that stuff requires patience. And especially for the gaming community, the gamer is probably the most impatient and probably the most spoon-fed consumer ever when it comes to gaming business or any type of product sales. And that will be the next episode. But definitely go ahead and comment. Let me know what you guys believe. Definitely go ahead and leave a like on this video. Subscribe. Turn on your notifications when we get new videos and new streams set up. Definitely join us on our Facebook group, our Discord channel. Make sure to go ahead and check out our merchandise. And also follow the Liking Horde on Twitter. And make sure to go ahead and follow us on Glimish as well. But this is Nikko from the EHG community. Stay tuned for another episode of the EHG podcast. And remember that there's always something amazing on the horizon.